Hello, welcome to Spiritual Revelations Tarot. I've been gone for a week, and that is just life, part of life. And I think I'm going to change my schedule again. Okay. I was sitting here thinking, every time I listen to someone else do a reading, and they kept saying there were two people in my life, and that two people were going to be making a second round. I said, well, thinking to myself, that's not me. How can that be? I don't know anybody. And one day, it was last week, I received a shocking telephone call. I couldn't believe it. Somebody from 25 years ago called me on the phone, and they just wanted to see how I was doing and everything. I said, well, I was just totally shocked. Shocked that the cards were correct. The cards were correct about somebody else coming in. But the point why I had to ask that person, are you well? Because why would you be calling me after 20 some odd years? And I said, I was pleasant, but no way did I want to experience anything with that particular person. So that threw me a loop for that week that I was missing. Because I was trying to figure out why. What would make that person come back and apologize to me after all these years? Why? So that's why I was missing last week. So I'm back, and I'm having a revelation right now that these cards are these cards do reveal what's to come. These cards do reveal what happened in the past. But not everything is exactly as it turned out. But it is true about the ex coming back. It is true about my leaving a desperate situation with a family member. All that is true. And I've always wondered why. But what confuses me is that the cards keep repeating itself. It keeps repeating an old situation. It keeps repeating the past And it's only given a teeny weeny bit of the future. And I was surprised that it did happen. So I'm trying to figure out what makes a person come back after all them years to try to reconnect with you, with a person. And I had to dismiss it because that I did not want to repeat. I did not want to repeat. So this put me in a little dilemma about spirituality here. There was no way I always dismiss that somebody was interested in me other than the person that I was interested in. It was completely shocking. So I would like to know what has been your path in spirituality. I've experienced my first time experiencing something really, really strange was when I attended a seminar in the Bahamas, and the speaker, can't remember the name right now. I have to get back to you later, but she was promoting her book, and the book was named The Valleys. And in that seminar, she taught people how to do mirror magic. And I just couldn't wait to get home to try it out. So I tried it out. And she said to be in a dark room and have a mirror in front of you with one candle lit, and to meditate until you see the colors come through in your third eye, because the deeper you meditate, you start to seeing colors. So I meditated for at least 10, 15 minutes in the darkness with a mirror in front of me and a candle. To my surprise, when I opened up my eyes, now the purpose of this was to view your past life. Who were you in past life? So when I opened my eyes, I saw an Oriental woman, and I saw a white male. And what were these people doing? They were just moving, walking around like they were in limbo. And I was just so shocked. It scared me. And I immediately stopped. And I never did that again. Never used a mirror to do any type of mirror magic to find out who I was in previous lifetimes, but it worked. And I looked in the mirror with my eyes wide open, and I saw these images in the mirror. They were just roaming around, walking around. All right, so I stopped that. So it has been my experience that whenever I experience a traumatic moment in life, I get these dreams. And my dreams are always about me running from someone. And my last dream that was really felt like real life. There was this big, there was this white building that was so bright and white that it was brighter than the sun. And there were people sitting under like a canopy because it was so bright. And there was a lot of people that were gathered around. And I was running. I was running from somebody. And I ran into the neighborhood and I spotted this restaurant. So I went in this restaurant to hide from whoever was chasing me and sat at the counter. I had a conversation with the person who was a male serving food. So I stayed there and talked until I felt that the person who was chasing me was gone. And then my dream ended. Several times I had dreams where a lion was chasing me. I'm always being chased in my dreams when I experience trauma. Other time was when my mother died. After she passed away, I started experiencing in my home my appliances, like my wash machine and my dryer. My dryer would not work, and my wash machine one day came on by itself. My batteries wouldn't work. Then later on, they'll work. And another time, I was asleep and I felt my bed moving. It was moving. I opened my eyes and I looked at the foot of the bed and my bed was moving. I went back to sleep. Later on, I realized that there was an earthquake somewhere else, and I must be near the equator line because I felt the aftershock. And plus, in my unit, I saw the cracks in the walls from the aftershock. What's another time? So, my spirituality, I receive. What is my spirituality? I receive downloads when I dream. And another incident that happened, I had a dream that in that dream, I don't remember it all, but what I do remember, there was a rat. And the rat bit me. Okay? And then that same day, I had a visitor, and that visitor came over arguing with me, and that person ghosted me. So, in that dream told me ahead of time that a rat was coming over and that rat was gonna bite me. And it did. It did. It happened the same day. Ooh, funny, funny. So I do receive my intuition warns me of circumstances. But I really believe my spirituality comes to me in my dreams. So what I did was I discovered tarot cards. I said, well, maybe these tarot cards can help me improve my intuition and help me to improve my life situation. And that is what happened to me. Now I'm feeling like, is this for real? Or did I conjure it up? Because the way you think, it happens in real life. Whatever you concentrate on, it happens in real life. So I felt that let me change the way I think. And these cards helped me change the way I think. These cards helped me to get rid of negative thoughts. These cards helped me to get rid of negative beliefs. But how can these cards do that if the messages come out sometimes as being negative? Is it a reflection back to me that negativity is trying to creep in? All right. And sometimes when I feel myself being in the mental state of negativity, I don't want to pull cards. Why? Because I don't want my negativity to come across in the cards. When I do readings, I want to be in a positive state of mind in order to deliver the correct messages. So, that is why I think readers should step away when they are not in their right frame of mind. And that's what I did. And that is what I will continue to do. I have to be in the right frame of mind in order to do a reading. And if I'm not going to do a reading. But I'm back now. And hopefully, getting past that telephone call, it's not going to happen. So, let me see what comes out in the cards. What's going to come out in the cards today, Spirit? What should I focus on today, Spirit? What should I focus on today, Spirit? 2 more cards, Spirit. Oh, these. All right. It's too many. Got to turn those back over. 1 more card, Spirit. All right, there's my 1 card. Now, see? All right, this was the first card. This was the second card. This is the 3rd card. All right, let's see what Spirit is saying. This is about me. All right, Spirit is saying, you're being influenced. And here's a snake. There's a snake around me that is trying to influence. 7 represents the Chariot. There's a snake trying to get me to move on. Trying to influence me to move on. 7 represents the Chariot in the major arcana. 7 also could be confusion. 7 also can be someone with a lot of options. All right. But it's a snake nonetheless. All right. The middle card, 10, says control. There's a snake trying to control a situation. But we know, look on this card, this snake is eating itself. The snake is eating itself. And we have a person on top of the world. And 10 in the major arcana represents the Wheel of Fortune. So something is going to change in this situation. This snake is going to eat itself. And the Wheel of Fortune. There's going to be a change that's going to take place. And we have the angels up in the sky on this card. I don't know what these represent. But we definitely know that this snake is sabotaging itself by eating itself. And the last card is 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of swords. Seven of swords represent a person who is a thief. Oh boy. Their concentration is on deceiving you. And note the devil on the lips. Either this devil is trying to control your speech. This devil is trying to control what comes out of your mouth. And we also note on this card, the star is entrapped in a web. So this tells me there's a snake in the mist. But Spirit says you have control because shit is going to change. And this snake is only eating itself, devouring itself with its own or if you devour your body, well, you sabotaging yourself. Until it's going to just disappear. But there's change that's going to take place. And somebody with the lips is speaking evil things right here. Somebody's speaking evil things. 3 is represents the Empress and the major arcana. All right. So here we have 10 and 7 is 17, 18, 19, 20. And that breaks down to a 2. And 2 in the major arcana represents the high priestess. So that means whoever this snake is trying to attack, they already know because they're the high priestess and they use their intuition. They already know what's happening. But is that reality or is it just an illusion? And I don't believe it is an illusion. That's just like with the person, me thinking that, yeah, who's the other person that's supposed to be coming into my life, as the cards said. And to my surprise, somebody did. So, first, is this my mental thought that there's a snake around me who is trying to control a situation? How are they trying to control it? By preventing me from speaking negativity because they want the star to be trapped in a web. A web of what? Let me see. Spirit. All right. Spirit, clarify influence. Who's trying to influence me, Spirit? Who is trying to influence me? Oh, it says revenge. Somebody wants revenge and they want to cut your head off. Somebody is seeking revenge because now we have 2 people laying down together right here. A man holding a sword cut somebody's head off because they want revenge. Revenge for what, Spirit? What is the revenge? What did they do? What's the revenge, Spirit? Versatility, a Gemini. Versatility. All right. I always view this card as someone wanting you to bend over backwards. This versatility, they want you to bend over backwards for them. And they want revenge. Somebody wants revenge and wants you to bend over backwards for them. Okay? And I have, this is Aquarius, Scorpio, and Gemini. All right? Now, clarify control, and this is clarify control. Clarify control, Spirit. One card for control. Who is this trying to control, and what are they controlling? Okay. The cards that came out are someone is trying to control the choice you are going to make. And this is a 7. This is the Chariot again in the major arcana. Somebody is trying to control the choice you want to make because someone is seeking justice. Someone is trying to balance the scale. A flower. This looks like a rose. And let me see. This rose has thorns, I think. Or maybe not. But somebody put a sword in someone's heart and they feel trapped and they're trying to balance things out. So maybe somebody's heart was broken. They felt trapped. Now they want to balance things out. They want justice for the choice that they made. And the next card describing control is somebody is impulsive. They impulsive, meaning it is a person who wants to just charge in. And they feel that they have luck here. So this snake is trying to influence this couple. Somebody laid down and somebody wants revenge and cut somebody's head off because they wasn't versatile. A Gemini. Somebody wanted to cut the Gemini's head off because they wouldn't bend the way they wanted them to bend. They wanted control. They wanted to trap this person. So they put a sword through their heart. Now somebody wants, they're trying to control somebody's choice. So they're rushing in order to change somebody's choice, somebody's decision regarding the situation. All right? What are the choices, person, that this spirit, what are the choices that this person is trying to prevent? What is this person trying to prevent? All right? Somebody is eccentricity. All right, that's Aquarius. Who is this up here? Let me see the sign. Let me verify my signs here. Is that Libra? Let me see here. This is Aquarius down here. Now, let me look at my book, see which one this is. I'm getting it too confused here. Influence. Wrong book. The Sun book. All right, influence. Let's see. This is. Oh, here it is. Influence. This is Mercury and Libra. That's what I thought. Libra. When this card is drawn, it suggests that the inquirer should take a second opinion from a respected colleague about the present question. All right, it suggests that the inquirer, which is me, should take a second opinion from a respected colleague about the present question. So, whoever is being influenced in this situation, Spirit is suggesting that they take the opinion from a respected colleague. So, whoever is trying to influence an individual in this relationship, Spirit is telling you or someone to talk to somebody that you respect rather than just anybody out the street, basically. Because this person who is trying to influence this couple wants revenge. All right? Revenge for somebody's versatility. Let me look this up. Versatility. The Sun. All right. Versatility is when this card appears in a reading, it makes a change of job likely. All right. There's going to be a change of job. Or perhaps the Gemini characteristic of being able to work on two tasks at once. Words in this situation are important, serving as a strong framework for the question. The versatility card also indicates a time to open the mind to movement, physical and mental. Contact with brothers, sisters, and neighbors is indicated, and many journeys may be required in relation to the question. So, Spirit is saying there are many journeys may be required in relation to this question. Many journeys will be required in relation to this question. So the question I see here is, who's the snake? And Spirit is saying you're gonna go on many journeys in order to figure out who this snake is. Okay. Let me look at here, Saturn, eccentricity, Saturn. All right, what does Saturn say here? Okay, let's look for Saturn. Saturn talks about restrictions and discipline. So let's talk. Let me see. We have several Saturn cards on the deck. Eccentricity. When this card is selected in a reading, it can indicate that the questioner is either currently going against expected behavior or would change their fortunes by doing so. Now is the time to forget what others will think. When this card is selected in a reading, it can indicate that the questioner is either currently going against expected behavior. All right. So, this card is saying that this person who is trying to be controlled, somebody's trying to control this person, is going against their expected behavior. So somebody is going against the grain. They're not trying to be controlled. And it's regarding an affair. All right, somebody's being influenced. Somebody's trying to control a person. They feel trapped, had their heart broken, sword in the heart, trying to balance things now with themselves. So somebody is being impulsive, thinking they're lucky, and they're going to come in charging. But it's unsuccessful because this person here is not behaving as expected when it comes to an affair that they are dealing with. And this is the affair right here, and this is the affair. They're not behaving as expected. This person can't be controlled. All right? Now, this card, the Seven of Swords, is also Saturn. So this is regarding discipline and restrictions. And this card, let me see, I saw it in here. Right here, this card suggests a situation full of distractions and unnecessary complications. Right. Only by keeping consciously to the essence of the matter will the questioner arrive at a successful conclusion. Because Gemini rules the third house, and the card can indicate strain in the questioner's relationship with siblings. Oh. So how many Gemini cards do I have out here? 2. Libra is over here. Libra's right here. With the Aries rushing in, trying to balance things out. Control. All right. So right here it says that somebody here is being distracted. Situation is full of distractions and unnecessary complications. This card represents strain. Oh, strain in a relationship between siblings and friends. All right. An event could be like talking one's way into an important job, using much concentrated research to achieve something, long conscientious study, ignoring someone's deliberate distractions. So, someone's trying to be influenced. Someone's trying to influence, control over someone's ability to concentrate. So, the person is throwing in a lot of distractions your way so you won't be able to make a choice, the right choice, when it comes to an affair. All right. Spirit clarify concentration. Right. So we have a person who is concentrating too much on loss. They're concentrating too much on what has died. And this is also a Saturn card. Wow. Saturn? Saturn is kicking somebody's butt here. All right. What's it? Let's see. What is the Saturn cards? Saturn. This is Aquarius and Saturn. Aquarius. Groups of people. All right. Saturn up here. Groups of people are concentrating on loss. This is also Saturn. Aquarius represent people are not following control. They're doing the opposite when it comes to an affair, and they're throwing a lot of distractions your way so you won't make the right choice because somebody's coming in impulsively to distract and cause a lot of distractions. And Spirit wants you to concentrate. Oh, distractions. They want you to concentrate on the loss or what died. Okay? Clarified loss, Spirit. I don't know if I want to put this up. Clarified loss. They lost. Somebody wants you to concentrate on loss and resistance. But somebody's resisting concentrating on lost. Why is resistance here, Spirit? Why is resistance here? Why is resistance? Clarify resistance, Spirit. Clarify resistance. Somebody's a bull. They got their mind made up. Clarify resistance. What are they resisting? You see what card came out? They are resisting having empathy. Okay? 12. 12 in the major arcana is the hangman. So this person is resisting to hear something. Because look, this is a person. A dog is loyal. They have sympathy or empathy. But it came out in reverse. So someone is resisting being empathetic for somebody's loss here. They don't want to hear it because we already got this card right. Eccentricity. This is a person who is going against the norm right here. They are resisting being empathetic towards someone. All right. What's the outcome to this situation, Spirit? What's the final outcome to this situation? Spirit says originality, Aquarius, like 11. Justice. This is 11 represents justice in a major arcana. 11 also breaks down to a 2. So this is regarding a relationship, an affair right here. And Spirit is telling somebody to be themselves. Okay, what else? This is the end result. What's the outcome for this situation, Spirit? What's the outcome for this situation? Defense. Be yourself and defend you. Defend. 2, 4, 6. Right. You can only be yourself. And defend. Defense. Somebody's on the defense. They want to move to calmer waters here. 2. High priestess. Somebody's using their intuition when it comes to defense. They're going to be their original self. They don't have to put on the mask and hide anything for anybody. Okay? They're going to stand their ground and defend themselves. All right. What else, Spirit? One more card for the end result here. One more card for the end result, Spirit. One more card for the end result. One more card. Too many. But let's look. Let's see what it says. Spirit says that somebody is going to assert themselves. They're going to be original. They're defending themselves. They're going to stand their ground. 7 of Swords. 2, the 6 of Swords. They move in the calmer waters, being themselves. They're going to assert themselves. They're going to assert their independence right here. Use their intuition. Yes, that's what we said. To be devoted. All right. Devotion. And bluff. Oh, Lord. Somebody's going to be original. They're going to defend themselves so they can move to calmer waters and assert their independence. They're going to use their intuition to be devoted to bluffing Wow. Devotion. Now, this picture is strange because you got a bird lying down on the ground like it's dead. And one bird is on a branch looking forward. All right, that bird down there is dead. Now, where am I going to go? That's what that bird is looking at. Where am I going to go? This bird down here dead. And it ends up with here, bluff. It's a bluff. Somebody bluffed. Let me clarify bluff. Clarify bluff, spirit. Clarify bluff. Clarify bluff. Discovery. Somebody used their intuition and played like they did. They bluffed. I mean, a bluff. Somebody's playing games here. They played dead. They were bluffing. Whatever this situation is, it was a bluff. And here is, discovery. This is a 9, hermit. This is a Sag card right here, discovery. Somebody's going to discover someone's bluff. Why? Somebody's original. They move in the common waters to assert their independence. Right. They assert their independence. They're using their intuition to play dead. To play dead. Using their intuition when it comes to devotion. They're using their intuition when it comes to devotion. To bluff. And this is going to be discovered. Bluff is clarified by discovery. So you're going to realize that somebody is truly devoted and that they was bluffing to discover what you are going to do. Well, let me see. Clarify discovery. What did this person learn, Spirit, through discovery? Clarify discovery. What did this person learn through discovery, Spirit? They learned about a fortune. A fortune. I'm going to put this card back. They learned, I'm doing discovery now. All right, let me move these cards. What is this person going to discover? Discovery that there's a fortune here. The sun is here. And look, the snake is on the top of the card. Let me look at this. The snake. The snake is up here. 6 stars. Card is 5. The fortune. So this person, Sag, you're going to discover a fortune. You're going to discover a fortune in a friendship. And you're going to be optimistic and excited. All that. You're going to discover a fortune in a friendship. And you are optimistic about this excitement. All right, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 and 9 is 10. It breaks down to a 3. Now, what are the 3s? 3 can be, but you are excited about it. What's the excitement, Spirit? What's the excitement? Clarify excitement. The excitement is, this is Gemini again. Sagittarius is going to discover fortune in a friendship. They're optimistic and excited about this person. Excitement is clarified by isolation. Clarify excitement and isolation. It is clarified by lust. So somebody is lusting after someone. Clarify lust. Lust is clarified by decision. So it looks like Gemini had to make a decision here when it comes to lust and acquiring a partner. All right, so what was the decision, Spirit? Somebody had to play chess when it came to a decision in order to acquire a partner. All right, clarify decision and acquisition. Clarify decision and acquisition, Spirit. One card. Clarify decision and acquisition. One card. Thank you, Spirit. It is clarified by submission. All right, so somebody in this reading is all about someone is trying to catch someone, and the one person wants to be independent and wants excitement, and the other person is trying to catch that person and get them to submit to a partnership. All that for this. Wow. Okay. That's the message. If you enjoyed this reading, please press the thumbs up if it resonated with you, and join Spiritual Revelations Tarot. I haven't decided if I want to keep my current schedule. I think I'm going to push the time up during the evenings. I may keep the same days, but it's just going to be posted at night. All right? So, see you at the next reading. Bye.